Good afternoon, one and all. Today we are going to perform the next experiment, that is experiment number 10. Aim of the experiment to identify the given organic compound, that is D7, by systematic qualitative analysis. You know that the steps involved in qualitative analysis you studied further, that the first step is preliminary analysis. In that we have to perform their different tests like their state, color, odor, pH, their solubility and action of different reagent. Then the second step is determination of physical constant, then elemental analysis, group analysis, then result with reference to literature, then after that confirmative test, and last one is identification of compound or your drug. See, the first step, that is preliminary analysis. In that you know the steps involved in preliminary analysis. Now we started. See, this is today's unknown compound, that is D7. It is a white in color, or it is colorless, and it is solid in nature. So the inference is that high molecular weight compound having more than 6 carbon atom like compounds such as carboxylic acid, carbohydrates, phenols, amides may be present. It is odorless. So the inference is that compounds such as carboxylic acid, carbohydrates may be present. See the next step in preliminary analysis, there its solubility. See, in water, it is soluble in water. When we heated it with water, it get wholly soluble. See the pH test. When we put a drop of our compound on the blue litmus, it turns blue, but the red litmus does not turns blue. That means it is acidic in nature. See the next step in preliminary analysis, that is the action of NaHCO3, sodium bicarbonate solution. See the effervescence, it shows effervescence of CO2. That means it is acidic in nature. See the next step, that is the action of 2 normal NaOH. It is soluble in NaOH solution. The inference is that acid, phenol or acidic substance may be present. See, it is soluble in NaOH solution. See the next step, that is the action of hot concentrated H2SO4, our 1 gram substance plus 2 drop of H2SO4, 1 ml of concentrated H2SO4 solution. See, it is insoluble in H2SO4. See the next step, that is action of KMNO4 solution. For that we take 0.2 gram of solid, in that 10 ml of Na2CO3 solution. Then we add drop by drop potassium permanganate solution. See, in this test there is no decolorization of potassium permanganate is there, so it is saturated compound. See the next step, that is action of bromine water. So there is no decolorization is there, that means saturated compound is there. See the next step, that is action of FeCl3 solution. In that we take substance plus water and a drop of FeCl3 solution. So see, there is no violet color is observed, that means phenol absent. See the next step, that is heating with spatula, heating on the spatula. See, observe, it gives a sooty flame. See the flame, it gives a sooty flame, that means it. So in preliminary test we conclude that our today's D7 compound, it is aliphatic in nature, then it is aromatic in nature. It is aromatic in nature, it is a saturated compound, and it is acidic in nature. See the next step, that is physical constant, determination of its melting point. As it is solid compound, we have to determine its melting point. You know the procedure for melting point, you studied in experiment number 2. See, when we perform its melting point, it is observed that it is melt at a temperature of 160 degrees Celsius. See the next step, that is elemental analysis. You know the procedure for elemental analysis, that is sodium fusion test. We have to perform the sodium fusion test and we have to perform the Lysigen extract. You have to take that extract and perform the different tests like test for nitrogen, test for sulfur and test for halogen. You know that the procedure for this all test. We perform the all test. It is observed that the nitrogen is absent, sulfur is absent and halogens are absent. So we conclude from this in elemental analysis that our today's compound contain only carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen is absent, sulfur absent and halogens are also absent. So see the next step, that is the group analysis, or you may call it as functional group determination. So in our today's compound we observe that our today's compound is saturated, it is aromatic in nature, having melting point 160 degrees Celsius. So we perform the next test for the group analysis or functional group determination. See the next step, that is functional group determination. In that we have to take 0.1 gram of substance, then we add water and a drop of phenolphthalein solution. Then we have to add 0.1 normal of NaOH drop by drop. Then heat. After heating, see the pink color disappear. That means anhydride functional group is present. In group analysis, we detect that anhydride functional group is present. So in today's compound, that is D7 compound, it have an melting point 160 degrees Celsius. It is saturated in nature, it is aromatic and it consists of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen elements, and it is acidic in nature, and the test for anhydride is positive, that it contains the anhydride as a functional group. Now see the next step, that is confirmative test. See the confirmatory test for today's compound, that we have to take 0.1 gram of our compound, then we have to add 1 ml of 5% hydroxyl hydramine hydrochloride in methanol, add KOH to make it alkaline. The next step in that, heat to boil, acidify it with dilute hydrochloric acid. See the blue litmus turns red, that means it makes acidic. Then add FeCl3 solution. See the color changes, violet color or wine color appears. The wine color appears, that means ester of anhydride is present, or our today's compound, that is D7 compound, that is phthalic anhydride, is present. After confirmatory test, we conclude that our today's unknown compound D7 was found to be phthalic anhydride. See the formula for phthalic anhydride. It is used as a precursor for different chemical reactions. It also acts as an allergen. So our today's D7 compound was found to be phthalic anhydride.